Hey, yo, pay attention, guys, because I'm only going to go through this once. Deontay Wilder had every opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua in Wembley in 2019. In hindsight, he probably should have taken that fight. Let's talk about it. I got the proof. It's E King Fight News, and we got more on this.
Fury, Deontay Wilder. What percentage would you put on one of those two men being in the opposite corner to AJ at Wembley in April?
One of those two, well, combined, 70%? No, as in either or, you know. But look, if Wilder wants to become undisputed champion, he really should fight AJ next, because I don't believe he's going to get another chance to be undisputed champion.
All right, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? It's the fight Anthony Joshua wanted next. Was Deontay Wilder in Wembley, early 2019, May, June, whatever the case may be, right? They were targeting that fight, and we all know it. Like, let's not act like they didn't want the fight. Let's not act like Deontay Wilder was forced to fight Tyson Fury. No, not the case. Wilder went out and dug a dude out of his grave and said, hey, fight two tune-ups and let's get it. I'm going to knock your ass out. That's what happened. Unfortunately, his plans didn't work. It didn't work out. He caught a draw on a fight where, okay, I get it. But Deontay Wilder's problems keep catching up with him. He's never ahead on scorecards, so he caught a draw, right? He's never ahead on any scorecard, so he caught a draw. Fast forward to a Fury rematch. He takes a filler fight with Luis Ortiz, a fight that serves no purpose. God forbid you decide to fight somebody with a similar style that's going to actually help you in a Tyson Fury rematch. But no, let's fight Luis Ortiz again. I mean, shit, he could have fought somebody else, man. Could have iced Kawanaki, even though that's not really stylistically the same. I mean, who's got a similar style to Tyson Fury? It's not too many guys out there. There isn't. If I think of a heavyweight that's really doing a lot of stick and moving, it's hard to say. There's not too many guys out there doing that right now. Not too many guys out there doing that right now, to be honest. Especially in the U.S. But a Kubrat Pulev, maybe a Kubrat Pulev would have been a good tune-up for Tyson Fury. It is what it is. Let's see if I'm right or wrong.
Become undisputed champion, he really should fight AJ next, because I don't believe he's going to get another chance to be undisputed champion, right? That's what AJ wants. I think man for man, AJ might prefer to fight Fury, because he's a big fight in the UK. Worldwide, Wilder is a bigger fight, but it carries that undisputed tag, and that's what he wants. So our priority is to make a fight.
All right. Y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Now, Eddie Hearn was begging for the fight. And look at the time this is published. This is before 2019, guys. This is before 2019. So let's get the timeline straight. Let's get the timeline straight between AJ and Wilder. Right? Because a lot of people want to get distracted by what happened with Andy Ruiz. The Andy Ruiz loss was a result of AJ not being able to fight at Wembley. He couldn't fight at Wembley against, the best guy they had was Dillian Whyte. And Dillian Whyte was pricing himself out. For whatever reason, he was trying to get some special conditions for a rematch clause. And that's what blew the fight. Dillian Whyte was pricing himself out against AJ. Whatever the case may be. Right? So that fight fell through. And as a result, Wembley fell through. And even if it was Dillian White at Wembley, I mean, that fight does not have the cachet of either Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. It just doesn't. AJ said, okay, fuck it. The Wembley fight is off. Eddie Hearn had one other heavyweight up his sleeve, and it was Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller was a guy that's fighting on these Eddie Hearn undercards, racking up victories. Kind of looks like a guy that could give AJ a tough fight. A lot of people thought Miller could go in there and beat Anthony Joshua. A lot of people I know was banking on Jarrell Miller to get a KO, right? Easy money, whatever the case. Now, meanwhile, Deontay Wilder showed zero interest in the idea of fighting AJ at Wembley Stadium. Now, I didn't publicly go out here and discredit Wilder, but at the same time, shit, right around now, it looks like a much better idea going for undisputed than waking up dead man Tyson Fury. Sound like a better idea to me. Meanwhile, this was, of course, after the highly controversial draw. And it was the only reason it was highly controversial because most people thought Tyson Fury won the fight. Right? They look at that. The way Tyson Fury got up, everybody was applauding Fury. They felt like he deserved to win the fight. Now you take a look closer, it looks like Fury got knocked the fuck out. Absolutely. But that's not the point. Point is he got up and the judges had it a draw. Fury immediately ducked out the rematch, signed with ESPN. When that happened, I mean, come on, man. The door was wide open. The door was wide open for a potential AJ fight. It never came to fruition. And I look back at that and say, you know what, Wilder's team once again, they did a disservice to Deontay Wilder. Instead of going for his last shot at undisputed, what did he do? He said, you know what? Let's go back and fight this bullshit mandatory. Let's take out Dominic Breazeale in an easy fight. You know what's funny about Deontay Wilder? I hate to say it. He's not good at going back to the drawing board. Like he takes easy fight with Dominic Breazeale. Easy fight with Luis Ortiz. We all saw what happened. Luis Ortiz was kind of a shell of himself. Easy victory for Wilder. And then he goes back in with Tyson Fury completely unprepared for the guy that he would step in front of the ring with. Completely unprepared. You know, and whatever, drugged, had some spiked water. Fury's got some fucking go-go gadget gloves and shit. Like, whatever the case may be. But just imagine if he just took this AJ fight, how things would be different. Whether he wins or loses in Wembley, that's a 2-fight deal. Fury can go ahead and fight nobody's on ESPN. He's got no... The whole Tyson Fury rematch never had to happen. It really never had to happen. The only reason it did happen is because Deontay Wilder's team fed him in that direction and said, you know what, let's take on Fury. That's a big pay-per-view fight. You don't have to go anywhere. It's in the U.S. They love you over here. They fed him a whole bunch of misinformation that was never in his own best interest to fight Fury in a rematch. That was never in his best interest. But it's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happens when you have a team that really is feeding off of you. Jay Diaz feeding off of Deontay Wilder, right? Shelly Finkel making a whole lot of money off this brother. And the fight he should have always made his priority was this one right here. for the undisputed crown. And you know what? You know what really validated to me that Deontay Wilder didn't want this fight? Because I don't like going out here and saying, oh, Wilder's a duck, Wilder's a bitch, Wilder don't want no smoke. I ain't going to come out here and say it like that. But when Anthony Joshua was looking for an opponent in the United States, when Jarrell Miller pulled out, Wilder was completely silent. This dude was silent mode. Silent mode. You know? Silent mode. To me, that said a whole lot. To me, that said a whole lot. It told me that they never wanted it. They didn't want it like that. They didn't want it like that. Cause shit, didn't Vitaly Klitschko and Lennox Lewis? That fight was put together on short notice because somebody pulled out. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people don't remember. Lennox Lewis was supposed to fight a Canadian dude, James. Not James. It was Kirkland. It was a guy named Kirkland. Wasn't James Kirkland. It was some other dude named Kirkland. Right? The guy Kirkland pulled out. He pulled out with something. I don't know what happened. Vitaly stepped in like a G and gave Lennox Lewis his toughest fight to date. I kind of wish some of these guys would remember history. I kind of wish they would. Because that fight was there for Wilder, man. Like it or not, it was. I don't care if he was supposed to be on his own, man. They could have done something, man. They could have done something. But anyways, this is King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think, man. Smash the like button. That's right. Smash the like button. And I'm out, man. Peace. Let me know what you guys think. Salute to everybody tuning in, man. Hey. I gave AJ all the smoke in 2018. But you got to realize, if one fighter's ducking, there are signs that tells you he's ducking. And I saw those signs when it came to the Wilder side, man. I can't see it. And meanwhile, I told you guys that Luis Ortiz was a bullshit fight. And it wasn't even, that was never a great pay-per-view. But, okay. How much did that help Wilder's career? Nah, just another payday. Just another easy payday for him. Okay. Then he fought Tyson Fury. Y'all know what happened. And then y'all know what happened. So instead of fighting AJ, he said, let's fight Dominic Brazil. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. And then, of course, he lets AJ go and get knocked out. Because the only other guy that was available was Andy Ruiz. And Kownacki, they couldn't even get Kownacki in the ring. They offered him the fight. Al Heyman blocked it. They offered Luis Ortiz the fight. Al Heyman blocked it. We all know this shit, man. We all know this shit. So let me know what you guys think, man.